Gentlemen, welcome back to Mids from the Middle of the Midwest. I'm your host, Nixon the Dark. Today, a somewhat unique segment. I'll thank you for your patience as I work my way through this. It is relevant to what we talk about, but the approach is going to be a little bit out of left field. If you've watched a number of these segments, you will occasionally have noticed two cats wandering into frame. That's Richie and Scotty. The gray one, his name was Richard Nixon. I created my name that I ultimately decided to use for this channel as a play on words based in part on my guy Richie, Richard Nixon. It's a funny name. It stuck when I got him. I had him for 7 years and I had to put him down yesterday. It was a very difficult decision to make and has been very traumatic, at least very heartbreaking. Maybe that's a better word. I'm not coming online today and not posting this because I want to share stories about Richie. All of you guys out there who own pets, you already understand the nature of that heartbreak and that process. What I want to talk about instead, because I've had this great swelling up of love and affection for my guy that was always there, but when you deal with a death like this, you feel it very intensely. And that got me to thinking about how important love is in my life and in what I'm doing with this channel. My end goal for this channel is to bring love into the world. I believe in God. I am a Christian and a Catholic, despite many of the things that I say that seem rather counter to what the church teaches. I'm a strong believer and I put a huge priority on the importance of love in all of our lives. Having said that, when I discuss many of the topics that I address on this channel and how I always come back to the male value formula, get jacked, learn game, build clout. I want to impress upon anybody who's listening to this and taking me seriously that doing those things must be understood in the context of male value. Those endeavors, building up your physicality to the best of your ability, building up your social skills and your game and your ability to speak to a woman to the best of your ability, and building up your status to the best of your ability. Those have a complex relationship with the idea of love. You can be fantastic at all of those things and have a ton of women interested in you and have almost no love in your life. I happen to know a few people like that. I suspect you do too. You can also be terrible at all of those things and have an abundance of love in your life. The worst, though, and this is critical, and this is why we talk about toxic shame, envy, and resentment that stem from the nice guy phenomena so much and how it plays out in culture, society, politics, the economy, and many, many other dimensions of our shared life together. The true, deep, horrific, toxic heart of the blue pill, of the nice guy misunderstanding of life, confuses love for male value. That is important. If there's one thing that you can take away from this clip, which I'm making in tribute to my guy, Richard Nixon, is to get the best possible grasp that you can on how love must not be confused for male value, especially when it comes to your pursuits. Too many men fall in the trap of defining their lives by women, either in positive ways or negative ways. Then, especially if they're nice guys who are getting rejected, they keep expressing something towards women that they believe is love. And it's not. And when the sexual marketplace batters you over the head telling you it's not, if you don't understand this distinction between love and male value, you get extremely envious, extremely resentful, and when that calcifies into a lifetime of rage and a lifetime of defining your life and your purpose and your mission around how women think of you, you see disastrous consequences and you see them all over society. One of the core purposes of these videos privately is for me to help define this distinction between love and male value for myself as well as my audience. I have bad takes from time to time in the pursuit of fully articulating the distinctions between love and male value, between what it means when a woman gives her approval to you, her sexual approval, and what it means when a woman loves you. There is a clear overlap between those two things, but where they do not overlap, it's not like you can solve every problem with getting more jacked and getting more status and getting a little bit better at escalating and agreeing and amplifying. Those are critically important skills, but they deal with a narrow set of issues. Now, if you deal with those well, you will see more opportunities for love in your life in all sorts of ways. But keep this in mind. Understand that there must be a distinction between what you may think of as love and what's actually a vain attempt to try to redefine male value for your own self-serving purposes. Thanks for listening. Like, subscribe, pour one out for my guy, Richard Nixon. He was a wonderful part of this entire project for the year plus I've been doing it, and he was a wonderful part of my life for 7 years. And final thought. When you see these other segments that we do and we delve into these topics that border on politics, that border on culture, economics, we have some takes that are oftentimes savage vis-a-vis female behavior in the sexual marketplace. It is not an act of love to bow down to the worst behavior that you see from women or any other human being. It is an act of niceness at times, but it is not an act of love. An act of love is telling the truth, no matter how uncomfortable it will be for you to say it and for other people to hear it. We will be wrong from time to time, but we do it because that is our purpose. It's an act of love to tell the truth. It's important for us because love is our mission, but the truth is also understanding male value and putting it in context. Take care.